A $130 wrench set and a $600 tool truck set look identical under a digital caliper. Same chrome vanadium alloy, same Taiwanese forging blanks, wildly different logos, one company, many labels, very different prices. Marketing sells you a feeling. I'm going to sell you the spec. 5 brands are charging you for the logo. 3 are still charging you for the tool. And what I found behind the corporate curtain in 2026 will make you rethink every single purchase you've made in the last decade. Let's start with the one that hurt the most to put on this list, because this one used to mean something. Number 1, Craftsman. The name your father trusted. The name Sears built an entire loyalty empire on. The over-the-counter, no receipt, no questions asked lifetime swap that made it the default wrench in every American garage for 60 years. Here is what happened to that promise. Stanley Black & Decker acquired Craftsman from Sears in 2017 for $900 million. They announced a $90 million automated manufacturing plant in Fort Worth, Texas. Domestic production, American jobs, the full reshoring story. It was the kind of press release that gets standing ovations. The machinery was rushed into production during the pandemic without adequate pre-testing. Ratchets came off the forging presses misshapen. Raw metal was not fully punched out. Sockets were heat-treated before the brand stamps were applied. Retailers received incomplete sets. Orders were canceled. The plant closed permanently in March 2023, with fewer than 200 workers remaining out of the 500 that were promised. Then, in February 2026, Stanley Black & Decker closed its historic Myrtle Street plant in New Britain, Connecticut, the city where Stanley was founded in 1843, cutting 300 more jobs. Today, standard Craftsman wrenches are outsourced to India and China. The quality perception score has dropped from 61 to 55, and that legendary frictionless warranty, gone. What replaced it is a bureaucratic mail-in process where big-box retailers routinely refuse swaps on discontinued lines and demand original purchase documentation. The name is still on the shelf. The promise left with the factory. Number 2, SK Professional Tools. If you know the history, this one stings differently. SK invented the round-head ratchet. Their Illinois-forged superchrome socket sets were the benchmark for professional-grade hand tools for decades. Mechanics who used them knew the difference in their hands. The finish, the tolerance, the feel of steel that was actually engineered rather than just stamped. Then came bankruptcy in 2010. Then Ideal Industries. Then in July 2021, the brand was sold to Hangzhou Great Star Industrial, a Chinese tool conglomerate with a projected revenue of 16.2 billion RMB and an aggressive Southeast Asian manufacturing expansion strategy. They systematically restructured the historic supply chain. By mid-2025, over a third of Great Star's production for the U.S. market was sourced out of Vietnam and Thailand. The logo on the box is the legacy brand your uncle used. The steel inside is an entirely different passport. What consumers are finding on platforms like Amazon are SK-branded socket sets with Made in China printed in small lettering on the packaging. The plating finish is reported to flake. The metal tolerances are measurably sloppier than the legacy Illinois-forged tools. The logo is the same. The steel is not. Number 3, Kobalt. Lowe's private label brand. And this one is a slow-motion identity crisis that most people have not noticed yet. Lowe's has been quietly shifting its promotional focus and shelf space toward Stanley Black & Decker's Craftsman line and Chervon's premium Flex brand. Kobalt is being starved of marketing support and product updates. The result is 2 compounding problems that directly affect you as a buyer. First, QA neglect. Because Lowe's is pouring its attention elsewhere, the hand tool lines have stalled. Users are reporting rough chrome finishes, slipping ratchet gears, and sloppy tolerances right out of the packaging. It's a line left on life support. Second, warranty erosion on discontinued lines. Because Lowe's rotates and discontinues specific Kobalt hand tool lines with regularity, socket profiles, steel-handled shovels, entire product categories, consumers attempting to claim lifetime warranties are being turned away at the counter. Store associates refuse swaps on broken items, demand original receipts, or decline store credit because the exact discontinued stock number is no longer on the shelves. A lifetime warranty on a discontinued product is not a warranty, it is a marketing footnote. Number 4. Hart Tools. Walmart's exclusive house brand, and this is the one that should concern you most if you have already bought into the ecosystem. Hart was originally a specialty hammer manufacturer before Tekton Industries, the same conglomerate that owns Milwaukee and Ryobi, acquired the intellectual property and positioned it as Walmart's flagship house brand. Mechanically, Hart hand tools were designed as budget-grade retail equivalents under the same parent umbrella. By 2025, Walmart and TTI began quietly discontinuing and phasing out the Hart line entirely. The brand failed to establish a distinct market niche. Serious DIY ears and tradespeople bypassed Walmart in favor of Harbor Freight or Home Depot. Casual consumers chose Walmart's cheaper Hyper-Tough line instead. Here is the problem for anyone already holding Hart tools. The hand tools have suffered severe quality regressions. We're talking about lighter gauge zipper bags that split at the seam, loose-fitting sockets that round off fastener heads, and fixed housing wheels on their toolboxes that you can't replace when they snap. The brand is being wound down. Do not buy into it. Number 5. Milwaukee Hand Tools. And before the comment section ignites, this is specifically about the hand tool division, not the power tools. Milwaukee is a legitimate market leader in heavy-duty cordless. That is not the argument. The argument is what happens when they slap that famous red paint on a mechanic's socket set, match the forging profiles of a mid-tier import, and charge you tool truck money for it. Pro mechanics don't hate the steel. They hate paying a 100% premium just to match the color of the tools in their packs. You are paying for the red paint and the M18 branding adjacency. The mechanical failures reported by trade professionals are consistent. Premium-priced pry bars, tape measures, and locking pliers snapping or bending under moderate field usage. Socket sets with square edges, designed to prevent rolling, that mechanics find clunky and poorly balanced in tight engine bays. And a warranty process that requires you to mail broken hand tools to a centralized corporate service center with long wait times and administrative friction at every step. Compare that to what a good independent brand offers. Then ask yourself what the Milwaukee logo on a hand tool is actually worth. Which brings me to the turn. Because there are still manufacturers who build the tool and back it. 3 brands still give you a promise that survives the boardroom. They don't have a private equity firm pressuring the warranty downward. They don't face a shareholder, they face the customer. 3 brands worth the money, the spec, not the label. Trust, brand 1, Tekton. Michigan-based, independent, and the closest thing to a cheat code this market currently offers. Tekton sources its premium sockets and ratchets from highly rated Taiwanese factories and manufactures an increasing portion of its catalog in-house at its Michigan headquarters, including premium tool rolls, crowfoot wrenches, and angle wrenches. The supply chain is transparent. The sets are no skip, meaning every size is included. No missing sizes engineered to force a separate purchase. The warranty is frictionless by design. A tool breaks in the field, you photograph it on your phone. You upload the photo to their website. A replacement ships, no receipt required. No return shipping of the broken tool, no call center, no waiting. They also run a direct-to-consumer rewards program offering 10% back on all purchases. That is not a loyalty gimmick. That is a margin decision, choosing to return value to the buyer rather than fund a retail distribution chain. This is what the hand tool market looked like before private equity found it. Trust Brand 2, Icon, Harbor Freight. This is the one the tool truck doesn't want you to know about. Icon is specifically engineered to target the tool truck monopoly, giving apprentice technicians professional performance without a multi-year debt cycle. A 14-piece wrench set on the truck runs easily $500 to $600. Icon sits on the shelf at $130. The sourcing is advanced Taiwanese drop forging, not cheap casting. In independent laboratory torque tests, the metallurgy and tolerances of Icon's G2 ratchets and professional wrenches perform neck and neck with the luxury truck brands. But the real magic trick isn't just the steel, it's the warranty card. When a corporate squeezed Craftsman breaks now, you deal with a bureaucratic mail-in nightmare. When an Icon snaps on a Friday night job, you walk into any of Harbor Freight's 1,400 physical locations and walk out with a new one off the shelf. No receipt, no documentation, no friction. That is the exact model Craftsman built its entire empire on. Icon is executing it right now at a fraction of the price. Trust Brand 3, Capri Tools, independent, premium niche, and the choice for anyone working in tight spaces where head clearance is the difference between finishing the job and losing an hour. Capri is specifically recognized for its low-profile, long-handled ratchets, some of the smallest head designs in the industry, engineered for access in extremely confined spaces. Their master socket sets are complete no-skip sizing, packaged in custom-milled billet aluminum organizers. The customer support model mirrors Tekton's photo-based verification, rapid replacement shipping. Email confirmation of a defect is sufficient. No bureaucratic resistance. 5 brands collecting a premium for a logo attached to a supply chain that has been quietly offshored, a warranty that has been systematically walked back, or a retail ecosystem that is being wound down around you. 3 brands still facing the customer, still backing the tool, still making the promise the conglomerates abandoned when the debt servicing requirements got tight enough. Read the warranty before you read the price. A warranty is a manufacturer telling you in writing exactly how long they expect their own product to survive. I read the spec, not the label, and now, so do you.